Shall we big him up now, then?
Yeah, let's do it.
So he's the drummer who became the front man and racked up 7 Grammys, star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, even an Oscar along the way.
Do you know, Phil Collins is just one of 3 recording artists, alongside Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson, who've sold more than 100 million albums as both a solo artist and as part of a band.
Now 2 of his solo albums are being reissued. We're speaking to him in just a moment. First, let's remind ourselves of some of his biggest hits. And delighted to say Phil Collins is with us now on the sofa. Very good morning to you. How are you?
I'm all right.
We were just chatting as you were watching, or more to the point, not watching those
not
bits of
watching
old footage. And you said, what did you say? It's like another life.
It is another life, yeah.
What does that mean?
Another haircut. Yeah, I mean, obviously some of that stuff, you know, was ancient. I mean, it's this 35 years ago, you know, that stuff am I missed again? You know, it's a long time ago. I'm still only 43. Now,
You look well. I was asking you what your favourite song was,
Yeah.
and your answer it really made me smile. You said you liked Easy Lover,
yeah.
but it changes every day.
It does,
and
really,
It shows you've got a massive catalogue, a load of songs that you can just pick every day.
Yeah.
And this is what tickles me today.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you ask me a question one day and it will be something, and then you ask me the next day and I will have thought of another song. Both Sides is full of my favourite songs, actually. But, you know, it's an album that was very different from all the other ones, and I did everything myself. So I think it's because it was a homemade record and some of the songs just wrote themselves, you know.
We're in a lucky position to have you on the sofa, so can we do some clarifying? A lot of people talking about your health right now, and about you're walking with a stick currently, as you came in a moment ago. What's been happening?
Okay, well, how long we got? You know, I mean, I woke up one morning last October with a devastating pain all the way down my right side. I went to this surgeon, and he told me before, he said, your back is shot, you know, your back is shot, your hips are shot. And this is from sitting like this for 60 years playing the drums.
So it's directly related to the drumming?
I think so, yeah. It has to be. Bits wear out, you know, and my vertebrae were like this. So, trapped nerves. So, he you know, without really even asking me, he took me in and did an operation, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, I fell trying to move around a bit after the operation and fractured my foot, and that's why I'm hobbling. Otherwise, I'm fine.
Good.
Good. Do you miss playing the drums? Because you don't play anymore, do you?
No, you know, it's funny you should mention that. Yeah, we did the Genesis reunion tour back in 2007. Something happened to my left arm, nerve-wise, and I kind of lost a bit of grip, you know, and so I haven't played. But you know, I should start practicing again. To be honest, I've stood back.
Yeah, but you're back now and reissued.
I'm back a bit.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Aren't you tempted? You've reissued both sides. You know, everyone's going to be hearing the music again.
Yeah. I mean,
the fans are going to come out. They're going to say, "Come on, give us a little bit more."
Well, things rattle around the world now. You know, if you mention that you're thinking about doing some shows, it goes around the world, and people are selling tickets in Germany for shows that haven't been booked yet.
Which is brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
You
It's
used the
interest.
word ancient a while ago, and if you are, people are still desperate to see you on stage.
I'm meeting a lot of people. I don't know if that is, you know, just a happy coincidence, but I'm meeting a lot of people that are very, you know, giving me a lot of affection and saying when you're coming out, because we don't see too much of things like that anymore, because it's all changed, you know. And I mean, in Miami, which is where I'm living, but before I bought the house, I was in a hotel quite regularly, and a black bellman came up to me, picking up my bags, and he said, "Phil, why don't you come out, man? We all miss you, you know." And it really registered. I mean, I can still remember that you know, it was just so weird, so nice to have someone say that, because you know, you kind of push yourself away from it because you don't want to get back on the roundabout, really. But slowly I am. Slowly.
I'm curious, Phil, because over the years, as people knew you coming in, so many people were talking about their favourite Phil Collins song and moments in time. You know, it's linked with a certain time in their life.
Yes,
because
of course, yeah.
It's been, it's been a little while, and then at the same time, there have always been people who had a dig at you for being kind of, I don't know, what's the word, uncool, for just being a certain genre of music. Has that ever? I mean, you're massively successful. And then on the flip side, you've got people kind of constantly having a little bit of a dig.
Well, I think that kind of goes hand in hand. You know, the more successful something is, the more suspicious people get that you're dumbing down for an audience, you know, to get a bigger audience. But, I mean, I've been thinking about this, obviously. I mean, it doesn't bother me. No, but I've been thinking about this. The hits, you know, the things that people hear all the time on the radio, like You Can't Hurry Love, like Against All Odds, like Separate Lives, like One More Night, are all kind of pretty smooth stuff. They're one particular side of what I do. But all the other stuff gets kind of glossed over. So I'm kind of, you know, people sum me up as being that, whereas in fact there's that. So which is one of the reasons why, you know, this reissues is actually important to me, because people like Adele, people like Beyonce, people like Lorde, people like Pharrell Williams have cited me as an influence. So I'm not that uncool. And I think maybe there's a young audience that are actually, you know, ready to rediscover or discover for the first time.
Well, that's a hell of a list you just gave out there.
Yeah, well, my Lily tells me this. You know, she says, "Have you seen what?"
This is your
Williams?
daughter.
Yeah,
Lily,
yeah. She says she keeps me up to date on who's saying what, because she's proud of her dad, and she says, you know, you should phone him. You should phone him.
Rightly so. I've got to ask you, because in a couple of days, I'm assuming you're going to be celebrating. Happy
I'm
birthday.
going out with Tony and Mike, actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you still party like a rock star. So what will you guys be doing on
Never
Saturday?
really partied like a rock star.
Do you still?
Damn! So what will I be doing? You
Yeah,
said? I'm just
birthday.
going out to dinner, yeah.
Sounds like you're going to be plotting a
little
Genesis
comeback.
reunion.
Does it? Why? Oh, what, you mean on Saturday?
Yeah.
No, they're just good friends of mine, you know.
Okay.
That really is it. I mean, I think we should, you know, we could probably put to bed the Peter Gabriel Genesis, you know, especially if I can't really play that well, because that would be, in my eyes, that would be my role. I'd go back behind the drums, you know. But the three-piece Genesis, I mean, we get on great, you know. Anything is possible, and I've learnt that one should never say never, but I don't know. You've had Mike on, have you?
I think he's been on the sofa.
He's been on the sofa, yeah.
Yeah. You know,
You know what people are going to be reading into what you're saying now?
I'm
You're
just
ticking the
going
box.
out to dinner. You know, I don't think we'll be talking about that.
Have a fabulous birthday
Thank
on
you.
Saturday. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, enjoy
And
it.
I reckon we're going to be hearing a bit more
Yeah,
from
maybe.
you.
Maybe.
Poker
We'll see.
faces on, but we're reading between the lines. Thank you.
Thank you very
My
much.
pleasure.
Yes, just a reminder, Phil's re-releases are called Face Value and Both Sides.
Let's talk to Carol.